Welcome to yourgreatlifetv.com. My name is Bernardo and this is episode number 10, which is Ask Bernardo. This is the time of the week where you get send me an email to ask, that's ask, at yourgreatlifetv.com. And this is a question on any of the blog posts that I've had, and I will get to answer it in the form of video instead of just posting something on my blog. Or if you have a question or a challenge, something's challenging in your life, ask the question and I'll be happy to give you my take on how to resolve it, or better yet, ask you a question that allows you to come up with a much better answer for yourself. This week, again, just like last week, I've been really busy getting this blog to be launched. So the blog hasn't launched yet. It's going to launch in a couple of days, but I'm recording this beforehand, so I want to have enough content so when this launches, there's something of value for you. The question that I'll get to answer today is something that I've really looked into several blogs and several websites and several social marketing and social media. And that question is, how can I become massively successful? It seems right now that a lot of people are not just looking to be successful, but massively successful, have a maximum reach, have a maximum exposure, maximum fame even sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that, except that you're missing the point. If your question is how can I become massively successful, you're missing the point of life. The point of life is to be, the point of life is to give, the point of life is to share your passion and share your greatest gift to the world. And the reason why I say this is because nothing, absolutely nothing, is going to make you feel fulfilled other than doing other than being, other than enjoying this moment. So you may actually get to the $100,000 a year or $500,000 a year or $1 million a year mark, and you can still feel empty if you're not consciously doing it through giving and living your purpose. And the easiest way that I can exemplify this is by sharing with you a little story. And this story talks about a few things that I think are important. Instead of asking yourself the question, how can I become massively successful? It really, if you ask the question, how can I provide the most value? How can I add value to your life? How can I give my gift to you despite you coming back and saying, I love this, or not saying anything? How can I give value without expecting anything in return? And I understand both sides. I understand that you have a family to feed, and I understand that you also have basic needs that you have to cover. And I understand that you may even want to have luxuries that you enjoy in life. I'm not saying that those things are not nice. All I'm saying is that the quickest way to get there is to provide value rather than look to create some type of success. Success, real success, comes from giving your all, giving your gift, and giving your gift in the most meaningful way, which is through being present. The story that I'm going to share with you right now is important because one of the ways which you can create that massive success that so many people are looking for is besides just providing value, is by creating a moment for someone. Creating a moment is simply taking the time to care enough to be special for a second, and all it takes is presence. All it takes is a little bit of thought. All it takes is stopping, not caring about all the turmoil that's going on around that situation, and just giving. That's what it takes. A moment is really the only thing you're going to remember, or the only thing that you're going to take with you when you leave this place. And I can think of a few moments in my life that are key, and you probably can too as well. I can think of that time that's happened twice in my life where I'm in a room and my wife is about to deliver a baby, and there's this tension and then there's nervousness in the room, and all of a sudden, in one heartbeat, in 1 second, an entire soul fills the room. You hear that cry and you can feel a huge presence of that little baby fill up and light up the entire room. I don't know if you have children, but if you do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And no one can describe it to you. If you have not lived it, no, it's impossible to describe it. If you felt it, if you lived it, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you have lived through the experience of saying goodbye to someone for the last time. And you know that time, that moment when you say goodbye to someone and you know you're saying goodbye to someone, all the things, all the garbage, all the bullshit that you usually consider problems have no meaning, have absolutely no value whatsoever. And in that second, you create a moment for yourself and you create a moment for someone, because you have to become absolutely present. You have to let go of that stuff that you're thinking and just fully give your last goodbye. And that's a moment for someone. A moment for someone can be something much simpler. Just like the thing that happened to me a couple of weeks ago when it's a simplistic example, but it's profound in the way that if more people did that, the world would be a different place. I have an iPhone, and I've liked my iPhone for a long time. Long story short, we had a really rough night. My kid was sick, and he was throwing up. He threw up several times that night. We had to wash several loads on the washer, and one of those, my wife was so asleep that she threw in my iPhone in the washer. Long story short, I'm going through a very rough time because my father is about to die any time, and I know this is about to happen, so I need to keep my phone open. I need to have a phone in case he gets really sick. I can quickly go to my mom's house and be with him. So I don't know what to do. I even for that night, I'm fearing that I'm not going to be able to get this call. In the morning, first second I have available, I go to the AT&T store and say, hey guys, this is what happened. Please help me out. I've been a customer of yours for a long time, and I just need you to please help me out. And they said, sure, we can help you out. For $700, you can have a new iPhone. I said, are you kidding me? You are talking about dollars, not pesos, correct? I said, yeah, that's the case. That's the most we can do for you. And they couldn't go into their computers because their system was down. All in all, I said, you know what? I may have to do this, but I'm gonna go to one more place. And I went to the Apple store. Store was closed. They helped me out by booking an appointment quickly. First appointment in the morning, go inside the store, and I'm waiting, and I see this guy that's pretty relaxed, and most people are really busy, really frenzied, because they know that there's a lot of people waiting outside the store. The only reason I was able to go in the store was because I had this appointment, but I couldn't go just in to buy something. I had to go in for this type of fix for my phone. So people are kind of like running frenzy, and this guy has this cool, relaxed attitude, and he says he takes the time to go inside his computer and really find out who I am. And because he takes the time, he realizes that I've purchased several iMacs, notebooks, about 4 iPhones, several iPods, and he, in his mind, probably thinks, hey, this is a customer worth keeping. And he doesn't know anything about what's happening in my personal life, but he can see that I'm kind of exalted. And he says, you know what, I normally don't do this. I normally would have to charge you this fee to fix your phone, but right now, I know you're a good customer. You don't have to pay anything. Just have the phone, take it, and just take care of it. And that time, that split second, he changed. He created a moment for me. He created a moment for me because yes, I would have paid. It's not a big deal for me to pay if I have to, but he took more than the money part of it. He took the time to say, hey, I care about and we care about people like you who have given us business. And it's something very simple to do. Just long story short, also 2 weeks later, I started this I'm doing this video blog and my computer's running slow. You know what? I went about the biggest 27-inch iMac they had in a heartbeat. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think, should I buy a PC? Should I buy a Mac? No. I had to buy this. And again, I'm not being paid by Mac. This is not an ad for them, but this is simply to tell you that when you have the time, when you take a little bit more seconds, you can create a moment for someone that will create some loyalty in them. And it's simply by adding value, by providing more value. That's all I have to say for right now. Simple steps that I discussed are give more value and create a moment for someone. The rest, the massive success part, will take care of itself. But it's not really about that. It's about you giving your gift. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me today, and I invite you to come back tomorrow to listen to my next blog post. In the meantime, and as always, I invite you to live life fully and live life consciously. Thank you.